Mama, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys dropped the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, Sheehan. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st down, Sheehan. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to the weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Take four.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Sheehan. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders. Sanders, a 1st down, still going. And finally taken down at the 34. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Blake. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Sheehan. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a gain of 3, and the Eagles first down.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 7-7, our score after 1. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll go with a keeper.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Blake. He finds his target, Allen. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll run with Sanders. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you win two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Sheehan. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Blake. This is caught. It's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 149 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Sheehan. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. Come on. You better bring here. Mike 7. Mike 7. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Come to my work. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 1st down, Sheehan eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check. Go check. Go check.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
To throw on 3rd down, Sheehan. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Sheehan. They still can't get him. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Blake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Off the play fake. Blake going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 191 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
1st down, Eagles.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back to throw. Blake. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll try the left side. Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Sheehan. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Sanders shaking and baking. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. But 209 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's got room. 20. 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came in this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action. Sheehan. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, it's Sanders looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Blake. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down, back to Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game
like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st and 10, Sheehan. He's going to let it fly. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Nagar now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the